What's poppin', boys? We had to resort to something really sad. I gotta make sure all my stuff is working. Because now I can't stream my screen or it crashes. And it sucks. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go, boys. This is about to be great. Best quality. Now I just gotta hope that people are gonna join back. And I don't think they're going to. I'm gonna watch my own stream and make sure that people do. I don't know if they're all gonna come back. Because now all I can do is just sit and talk. Can't stream my screen anymore. So you guys get to see a picture of Cece as I animate on my iPad. God, I'm such a professional YouTuber. I just realized I'm about to hit 3,000. I'm about to hit 3K. Literally, I'm like 10 subscribers away. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, you're the only one here. We just had like 8 or 9 people in the last stream, and I said I'm gonna try to boot it up again. And nobody came back. I don't know where we went. They all just kind of left. Because my screen is oofing, I can only I can only just like sit and talk, which sucks. I'm doing not the best, to be honest, but I'm trying to be positive in a way. I don't know. Wouldn't that just be a blessing? It depends what they're making you watch. Like, are we saying it's like a Fortnite Minecraft parody, or is it like Take Back the Night, like a classic? Oh, that's sweet. Thanks. I'm just gonna be sitting and talking, and I really. Oh, I love Down Mountain. That was like my favorite song for a while. You have absolutely no idea. Back when I was like all into Minecraft, I still am, but I mean like when I was really into Minecraft. That was like one song I loved, and I memorized all the lyrics to it. And it's been a while. I am not an alpha gamer. I'm more of just a beta gamer. Like I'm a gamer, but I'm not a hardcore gamer. Like I'll like whenever I play Minecraft, I like forget that a certain thing's in the game or something. Yeah, oh my god. I used to watch the MLP version. That's what I remember it from. Oh my god, I didn't know anyone saw that. Yeah, it was pretty curious. Oh no. Oof. You know what, actually, I might do like these small like Q&A streams like more often. It's a lot easier just to have my phone sitting here and not worry about my stream crashing every 20 seconds. There are still fireworks going on around here. Because I live in the US of A, where we get one time in the day where we all drink beer and light off rockets that go into the air and fucking blow up. And it scares me. I hate those things. Like, there's some cool ones. Like, I like sparklers, and I like those little, like, whatever you call, they're called poppers, I think. Those little white things you throw on the ground, and, like, they make a loud popping noise. I always loved those. Those were always kind of neat. But fireworks always gave me a good spookin'. I want to animate this vent, but I'm like losing motivation to do it. You know, okay. I live in California, down in the southern area, near like San Francisco and not really Vegas. Yeah, mainly just near like San Francisco as like a visual where I live. And I live around that southern area near the sea. And we went to one of our like relatives' house, and where they are is near this mountain that is like really important. I completely forgot the name of it. And what they do is that they'll shoot fireworks from that mountain, and they like always burn like a little bit of the mountain off. But that's not the story I'm telling. Um, they do that at 9 o'clock on the 4th of July, and there are these neighbors, literally our relatives, which is his house, his neighbors were like some maniacs, and they started firing off fireworks, waiting for the guys at 5 o'clock, 9 o'clock to shoot from the mountain. And these neighbors, oh my god, I swear, I don't think these were rockets. They felt like actual missiles. Because one, they were ridiculously loud, they were ridiculously big, and occasionally they hit the streets. And they blew up stuff. It was like the scariest experience. I saw one that went all the way to the right, and all I saw was this giant in the sky explosion and a whole bunch of cars honking. And I remember like 3 times I was inside the house. I brought my Xbox with me, and I was popped on the TV, and I was sitting there playing some Trivia Murder Party, right, by myself, because I was lonely and no one else wanted to play with me. And I'm just sitting there, and I pop it in, and then like 3 times, one of these fireworks is right next to the house, and it just blows up, and it is the loudest thing ever, and it scared me shitless. I swear I saw my life flash from my eyes that day. And ever since that, I don't really like 4th of July that much. Also, cause like I was the biggest like third wheel throughout the whole. Cause my new relationship, I love my new partner. It's long distance, like very long distance. Where we're talking like states away. Like he's literally on the other side of the states, and like that sucks, but I manage. So, oh my God, fireworks! It is 2 days after. Why fireworks now? But sorry, I'm a little tired, but it still felt uncomfortable because one of my cousins brought their girlfriend and they were like all over each other. And it really ruined my experience because it made me feel very like self-conscious and sad. And then I started going through a mood swing and that sucked. So I'm basically, for the rest of the day, sitting on the couch in the living room. No one's in here because they're all eating and actually bonding like human beings, or outside watching fireworks. My cousin and his girlfriend are all over each other. My little sister's probably hanging with my older sister because she's cooler. And I'm sitting alone in the living room playing Trivia Murder Party for most of the time. Then I moved on to like Minecraft. And then I just sat and played on the brink of tears, just sitting there all alone. And then got to a point where I just turned off the Xbox and popped on some like YouTube on the TV because it's a smart TV. And like popped on some YouTube, put some lo-fi on, and then just sat and drew. I was drawing the TKO picture when that all happened. I don't know if anybody's still on the stream to hear me say the whole story. Let me see. Oh my God, people are still here. Okay. Half of my animation just vents. Amazing. That explains me in a nutshell. Oh my God, we got more people. Holy shit. I want to get all the people we had back in the last stream because they were there for a while. And then they all left because my stream died. And then I was like, well, let's make it smoother. Make sure it doesn't crash anymore. Let's just do it on my phone. And then nobody joins. We got people joining now. Cool. What's poppin', diggity dogs? I'm sitting here telling some stupid ass stories. Because I'm very sad. Oh, well, I can just sum that up, I guess. Basically, some shit went down with a certain person who shall not be named and will only be referred to as Revless. We will not refer to him as his real name. Revless and I were in a relationship, and it was probably the best one I had for a while because it lasted for half a year, which is definitely an improvement. We did a lot of stuff together, and by did a lot of stuff, that means both romantically and sexual stuff. So definitely was a change of pace, but I didn't mind. I liked it a lot. And literally out of nowhere, he said, "Hey, I don't really like you anymore. I'm breaking up with you. Get out of my life." And the thing was, I had no idea what the stages of grief were until one of my comments mentioned about it. And I looked it up, and now that I look at it now, all of the stuff that I'm about to talk about was all because of the stages of grief thing. Speaking of which, I'm actually gonna go look it up again because I gotta see all of them again. Okay, I need to look at them so I know my guide to go through. Okay. So, when I first got the news, let's go through each of the stages of grief to prove my point on how I did go through this, and it was the worst experience I've had in a while. Shock and disbelief is the first one, definitely. I actually laughed in his face when he said that. I should not have done that. It was a very childish move, but the shock hit me so much, I actually didn't believe him. I didn't believe him at all on what he said. It seemed we were so perfect to each other, we were so happy. It seemed so dumb that he'd do such a thing. So I laughed in his face. Literally, my brain completely numbed the pain and said, nah, there's no way. No way he'd do that. I didn't believe it at all. And he would remind me constantly, this is it, no more, stop treating me this way. And he called me clingy for it. And here's the thing, in my defense, I had no idea what was going on. My brain completely numbed and forgot about what he said. So I still believed, we're together. You're amazing. I love you. Oh my god, moi. My brain didn't even know what happened. It completely forgot about what happened. Stage 2, denial. This is when around I started to the numbness pills kind of in my brain started to go away, and I started to realize, wait, he wasn't joking. And I didn't want to believe it, but my eyes were clear, and I saw what he said was real. He actually meant what he said. And yeah, I think the denial part was one of the breaking parts. One of the breaking points is right at the beginning. Because it obviously hurts when the arrow hits you first. The shock of it hitting you first. You don't believe it. I guess. I don't know, this is a stupid metaphor. But yeah, the denial really hit me hard. I didn't want to believe it. After I found out in my brain it was real after time, I didn't want to believe it. Stage 3, guilt. Yeah, this was the hardest part. Because looking at the facts and looking at the evidence I have, I'm not going to, because that could be considered a form of doxing, and I am not that toxic. Actually, I'm not really that toxic at all, I'd say. But one thing I'll definitely say, I do have evidence that proves that this whole thing should not have happened, and the whole situation is quite confusing. It doesn't make any sense. Like I just said, we were so happy together and nothing seemed like a problem until that one day where he argued just a little with me in the morning, and then boom, like 11 o'clock that day, like a.m., he said, all right, I'm through, get out of my life. Like out of nowhere, it seemed very off-putting. Though I talked to each of his friends, also my friends as well, we both have friends with multiple people, and they said the same exact story like it was a script. They said that it's been like this for over a month. So, what I'm getting is either he lied to them and thought up ahead that I would ask them, so that means something's up, or every single date we went on for that whole month was a lie. And the thing was, I know how he acted. In that whole quote-unquote month that he said that wasn't into me, he seemed completely normal in all those. He seemed just into the date like I was. So, here comes the denial again. I don't want to believe that. It seems really dumb. It doesn't make any sense. And still to this day, I am very confused on why this whole thing even happened. It just seemed like, I know this probably isn't it, but it almost like he acted like he was told to do this. Like somebody like dared him to or something. Like somebody peer pressured him because it doesn't seem right. Even though I'm saying all this, I'm not going back with him. I'm not. I really am not. And I'm gonna get to that later. I really don't want to. Okay, next stage. Anger and bargaining. Oh man, was this part hard. So, one thing you might have realized on my YouTube channel. Let me actually make sure my connection's good before I continue. Okay, yeah. So, you might have realized on my YouTube channel, I had these vents I called Philophobia. There was 4 of them. And, I think one of them was called something different, but they were all vents about the same thing. They were all vents about Revlis. And if you saw, because you can look in the vents, which I actually find this quite an artistic like thing I actually kind of liked about them, you can see the change in each stage. You can see the change in the first and second this was going through, the grief part of it, the guilt and the grief. And that you can see how, like in the first one, you definitely see the guilt in it and the grief, where it's all about just me being lonely. The second one shows an evolution from grief to anger, because at the very end of the animation, you can see where it says it has my character begging for him back. And then the third one, which seemed out of place, was actually more of a shitpost animation, where it was the, oh, I just can't wait to beat your ass, that's right, bitch, I'm coming, like that vine. I wanted to make a joke animation, it didn't seem like much of an event, but if you looked into it more, it definitely was a threat on, see, the whole, it's a joke animation based off of Vine, but the message still is pretty dark. Hang on a second. Oh, Ree, that's not what I wanted to go to. Okay, great. Well, oof. Here, I'm gonna keep it like that. That might be better. And I just want to fix that. Okay. Anyway. I'll continue my little vent story thing. Cause it's nice to talk about this sometimes, cause like, it physically feels like it gets off my chest. Oh, really? Well, I live in Cali, so that might be why. I don't know. A child walked in. I had to mute myself for a second. Okay. Oh, California, sorry. I live way on the west side of the United States. I am literally on the west side. I'm on the west coast and everything. The city I live in is literally borderline ocean. It gets hot here. We also have like all the good stuff, so we have like, Disneyland and most theme parks. We have like Los Angeles, and which is the okay area, I guess. I live very close to there. And like every other kind of cool thing here. I always forget what's here. But I mean, it's pretty cool here, I'd say. You get a whole bunch of oranges. There's oranges everywhere, but that's about it. Hey, we're on the opposite sides of the world. Neat, okay. I'm gonna continue on my little rant now. Sorry for kind of cutting that off short. Okay, let me go through the rest of these. Because I want to get stuff off my chest, because I'm very much a sad boy. So, the anger and bargaining part with the vents. The third one was clearly a threat, but it was also a meme. I knew when I was animating it, it would look like a threat. So I made it memeified, so maybe you dumb it down and make it not look as bad. But it was the fourth one, the fourth Philophobia video, that truly showed how I felt. It really, really, really showed. Because it was all, like, that was probably the darkest one, by far. It wasn't up for very long. It was only up for about 2 days, maybe a day, and then I took it down with all the rest of the Philophobia videos. I don't know if anybody else got the message on why I took down the Philophobia videos, so I'll say it now. The reason why I did was because I was forced to by Revless, because he found the videos and I didn't want him to find the videos. But he never looks at my YouTube channel, but he actually took a look at them and looked through all the different Philophobia videos and was not happy at all. He lashed out at me very, very, very violently. I hated it. And forced me to take them down. It was not nice. It was not a very nice experience to go through. I do actually like those videos. I like how they're animated. I love making my very personal videos because I have a lot more better connection with them. So, especially the fourth one. Like, the fourth one had the most effort, but it was also the darkest. My plan is that I'm going to upload all my vents into one video. I have a disclaimer and saying, like, I only put these here for animation purposes. Don't get caught up in the drama. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next stage, depression, loneliness, and reflection. I'm actually creating an event that is literally just that. I already deal with a lot of, like, depression-related mental illnesses and whatnot. So, it's not fun when you have another thing to deal with. Loneliness? Yes, I felt so lonely. It tore me apart. Well, thank you. I hated it. It drove me insane. That was probably the third worst thing out of the whole experience. Reconstruction and working through. That is what I'm working on now. That is why now I have a new relationship partner. Somebody that's very similar to me in my situation and art style. This picture you see on the screen right now was drawn by my boy. So you can kind of see the style similarities. Mine's probably more Sleepy Kink-like, I'd say. This is more Lucifer-like. But I've been trying to turn on a new leaf. Or dare do I say new feather. And I was even planning on changing my name from Neon Feather to something else because I just wanted to be somebody different after this whole situation. I didn't want to ever associate with him ever again because I've kind of realized every time I think about him, every time I see his username, anytime like Xbox alerts me that he's on, anytime I see him comment, anytime I see his posts, it just breaks me and puts me in the worst mood for the rest of the day. And I hated it. I just want a normal day where I can feel happy. A day where I actually can feel not having to stress about what am I going to get sad about next? When's my next depression episode going to start? And so on and so forth. When I have those days where there's like nothing to worry about, like Revless is out of the way, I feel so free. It feels like it's the best feeling ever. I wish I could have that all the time, but that's just not how it is. So I try my hardest to manage. I haven't told him I don't want to associate with him, but I hope my message gets through when he sees I have Vincent now. I hope he can see that. And eventually, I'm gonna have to confront him and say, hey, I don't want to know you anymore. I don't want to see your name anywhere. So I'd like it if we never cross paths ever again, and try to be, more civil with what I say. Because if I don't, it's just gonna spew more fire. My only problem, and why I don't want to do this decision, is to tell him about all this, is that this could break Vincent even more. The benefit right now, because of time zones, Vincent's asleep right now. Even though I care about him, I don't want him to hear what I have to say. So, I don't know why I'm saying it now, but it'll make more sense, so I'm going to say it. He's a very fragile person, just like I am. So if Revlis got his hands on my new partner, he could probably warp and torture him with his words, because he's just such an innocent little boy, and I don't want my innocent little boy being hurt. So I'm scared to tell Revlis, because Revlis is probably going to look through and try to find out who that person is, aka Vincent. And once he finds him, he's probably going to torture him. And I don't want that. So I don't want to tell him. But it's the best thing to do. I should tell Revlis about all this. About saying how I don't want to cross paths ever again. The last stage here is acceptance. I haven't gone through that yet. Because I know now this is it. No more Revlis. But and saying you have to accept that Vincent's gonna be your new partner. You're gonna have a long distance relationship. Things are gonna be different. It's odd. It's different. I'm not the type of person that likes change. So it's definitely a weird change. But I think it's gonna be for the better. I'm not gonna change my name. I was planning on doing that, so I won't be associated with him anymore. But I've been so used to the name Neon Feathers for so long. I've never had a username that stuck so much. So this is probably gonna be my username forever. So I probably won't change my name. But I want to find a way where I don't have to be associated anymore. I've blocked him on everything I can. On Instagram, I've blocked him on my Xbox, I've blocked him on any social media, I've blocked him on Twitter, I've blocked him on everything I could. And he hasn't talked to me at all, which is a plus. That's what I want. I just want to have time for me and Vincent to be together and see if things go. I just want to be, I love my fans. I love them to death. They mean the world to me. They're my only motivation to keep my artwork going. Literally, I'm not even joking. You guys mean everything to me. And that's why I do these streams like this. Because you guys feel like real people. And it's nice to have this small little group of people that like to come together and come here just to, literally, I've seen people that are that would go off my stream to go tell other people, hey guys, Neon is streaming, come watch, and then get more people to join. I never thought I'd had a fan base that do that. I'm being dead honest. So it's definitely It's definitely different and odd, but it's so heartwarming. A lot of my life, I never had a person that's like, or like a group of people that would care for me like that. So having people like that is very special. I honestly like cry every day, either from sadness or from how happy I am to have people like this. It makes me unbelievably happy. And I think everybody died. I don't know if everybody heard what I just, my whole little speech. Oh, wait, no, there's people here. Oh, there's 5 people here. Okay. Whoa. Oh, hey, Jello. When did you get here? You're so much cooler than me. Why are you here? Pastor joined the stream one time, and I almost cried. He's like one of my biggest inspirations. I'm jealous, and I was like, oh my god, why do you recognize me? I don't deserve this. Oh, it's 2 a.m. for you. It's only 10:54 for me. It's nighttime. Pretty dark outside. You see, I would be streaming Jackbox if it wasn't for that Revless is actually on Xbox right now. Oof, Sonic. Is it Sonic X? Because that show sucked. Back in the day, I used to watch that show and I thought it was good. Hee ho. Hee hee. You know, I made this dumb mistake one time while playing Quiplash. The question was something like, what would Elvis's final words be? And, I said that his last words would be he because I got Elvis and Michael Jackson confused. And ever since that day, my siblings have mocked me about that. How I confused Elvis and Michael Jackson because I don't know my people. Yeah, Sonic X was sweet. I have so much Sonic stuff. I have this giant stuffed Sonic plush that at the time was just as tall as me. That's still sitting in my room right there. And I actually never had like a Sonic OC. I don't know why. I never found them cool. I would always like get like a Sonic Maker, like Sonic Creator generator, but never legitimately used it to make characters. My first ever characters came from FNAF. That was the shit. It still is the shit. I heard Sonic Forces is bad. Is it still bad? I never got Sonic Forces. I only have Sonic Mania, and that's actually amazing. That game makes me cry. I used to have a Sega Genesis and played the original. I played Sonic 1 and 2 and Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah, I haven't heard the best things about it. I heard it's kind of shitty. Like, I've heard the graphics are nice, but, like, the storyline's bad. And I always wanted Shadow the Hedgehog because it just looks dumb. They give a cartoon character guns, and I love that. It's just hilarious to me. I've actually wanted to go and try to pay for Sonic 06 to get it on like Xbox, like for Xbox 360 or whatever. And I just wanna I just wanna get Sonic 06 just so I can make fun of it and laugh at it. I also want to get it because those Sonic fan dubs are amazing and I want to replay it. What? That's so dumb. That is the big stupid. This position I'm in is very uncomfortable. I'm trying to find a way to make it more comfortable. It is very scary. At the time when I was younger... Oh. Oh my. I think my favorite Sonic game at the moment is Sonic Mania. Because I love that game. I think everybody loves that game. There's a lot of games, like Sonic games I had, I had a lot of Sonic games when I was younger that I actually thought were good because I wasn't like, smart. And now that I know things and know that I can have an opinion, I see these games as absolute garbage. I had a Wii for the longest time. I still have a Wii U. I still play Mario Kart on that shit because I don't have a Switch. I want a Switch. I've been asking people to donate me a Switch. I don't have a Switch. I want a Switch. I really want a Switch. I wanted it for Sword and Shield. I wanted if I want Sword and Shield, yet that game already looks kind of shitty. I really want Sword and Shield because it's just a new Pokemon game. I just need the new Pokemon game. I need to play the new Pokemon game. Do you mean Sonic 06? No, Sonic 06. Damn it, wrong game. Sonic the EXE? Jello, my dude? Because you mentioned there was a game that scared you? Because literally the second you said that, I had like this wave of trauma. Like, I'm not even joking. My heart is racing right now. Yeah, are you talking about Sonic EXE? I think. I don't know. Because that's a scary Sonic game. You see, let me tell a little story about that game, because I got many stories about a lot of things. So, I actually have full-out trauma from that game. I don't think Trubbish is gonna be in Sword and Shield. To be completely honest, they're like cutting every single Pokemon. It doesn't matter. If Snivy's gonna be in it, that's all that matters. No, if Bulbasaur is gonna be in it, Bulbasaur is my favorite Pokemon. It's not my favorite Pokemon. It's definitely up there though. If people were to ask me what's my favorite Pokemon, I always get like hate for it, but my favorite Pokemon is Raichu. I had a Raichu like persona for a while. My favorite starter is Bulbasaur. And like my second favorite might be Snivy. See, people say Raichu looks dumb. I think it looks cooler. I love Pichu. I love Raichu. But Pikachu's like that in between. They say Pikachu's amazing because it's the mascot and whatever. But like most middle evolutions, Pikachu is just kind of meh. It's kind of awkward. I love Raichu. I don't know why. It's just amazing. It reminds me of like a kangaroo rat, and I love those things, those little small things. Like, yeah, Pikachu isn't that good. Yeah, exactly. Pikachu's just like that awkward stage, like for most Pokemon. Like let's take Torchic for example. Torchic is cute, Blaziken's badass, and then you have just Combusken. It's just kind of dumb. He's always been dumb. I never liked I never liked the Torchic line. It's all because of Combusken. I hate him. No, I mean Eevee's kind of overrated, I guess. But it's not that bad, I don't think. Eevee's a great Pokemon. It is, I will admit. It's like Charizard. Like he's overrated, but Charizard isn't a bad Pokemon. It's a cool Pokemon. But they had to give him two Mega Evolutions, of course. That's one thing I'm salty about. That he has two. It's dumb. You see, they gave two Pokemon Mega Evolutions. And that was Mewtwo, which deserves it, and then fucking Charizard. Yeah, it's either gonna be Eevee or Pikachu or Charizard. Yeah, like, I guess. Like, Eevee's like the more feminine version of Pikachu, I guess, because they consider Eevee a mascot now, I guess. Right next to Pikachu. After Let's Go, they've kind of considered Eevee a mascot now. You see, out of the two Mega Evolutions, I actually like Mega Charizard Y more than X. X was literally made just to make him more overrated. That was only the point, and I hate that that was the point. I love Y because it actually looks like a Mega Evolution and not a fucking Digimon. Yeah, and like everybody wanted a dragon type, but here's my thing. I think Charizard's just a flying lizard. I don't think it's a dragon. He may look draconic, but I think he's just a flying lizard. I do like Farfetch'd a lot. I don't know why. I just really like Farfetch'd. Here, random question now that we're all talking about Pokemon. What is your favorite generation of Pokemon? Because people hate it when I say this and then they see my answer and they're like, "What, you monster?" Oh my god, somebody else actually likes Unova. Yes. Whenever I say my favorite generation is Generation 5, I get so much hate for it. Because they're like, that's the worst generation. It has a whole bunch of shitty Pokemon. Well, it doesn't matter. Oh my god, my first game was Black 2. No, most dragon types are dragons. Like exceptions being like maybe uh Kingdra and fucking Altaria, which definitely should not be a dragon type. There's literally nothing pointing it to be dragon type, not even its origins. It's just a cloud bird. It's dumb. It's a cool Pokemon. It's just typing's dumb. Oh, for Black 2, I played through the game at least like 4 times. Yeah, it's been so long. I don't remember the story very well, but I picked every single starter once, but I picked Snivy twice because Snivy was my boy. I have a stuffed animal of Serperior for a while. Serperior is my favorite Pokemon because I love that boy. I love snakes. He's a cool grass type. I love the grass types. So he was always the coolest. I I love Emboar. I don't care what they said about Pigmite. Pigmite is dumb. Tepig is amazing. And Emboar is actually awesome. I don't care he's a firefighting type, yet it is dumb. It's a fucking cool looking Pokemon. Those Chinese references, it's pretty cool. And then you have Samurai, cool samurai sea otter thing. That thing's dope. Oh, I actually have Ultra Sun. Yet I wanted Ultra Moon, but I have Ultra Sun. And in that game, I chose Rowlet because I'm a normie. But if I had to go choose again, I'd probably choose Poplio. Not because it evolves into some girly looking mermaid, but because that girly looking mermaid's actually cool. I'm not trying to be overly feminine. I'm just saying that, like, Primarina is cool. We need more, quadruped starters. Kind of like, how Primarina ended up. Like, even though it's gonna end up that way anymore, anyway, because it's a sea otter. Mr. Whiskers. That'd be funny when it evolves into an Incineroar. You know, for like the longest time, I was like, why is Incineroar in Smash Bros. And not like the Decidueye? Because the Decidueye is really popular. Later found out that in the new Pokken tournament is where the Decidueye is. And I'm like, oh, that's why. I don't have a Switch, so I can't have a... Oh, Shiny Hunt. I do actually Shiny Hunt. I'm not good at it. Definitely not, but it's definitely a good pastime. I've currently lost my DS, so I've been like mega depresso. But once I find it, I'm definitely gonna be like playing a lot more. And the sad part is, I've never successfully gotten a shiny before. I've never seen a shiny in a game. Yeah, I suck at video games. I told you, I'm not an alpha gamer, I'm a beta gamer. Oh, that's mega depresso there too. Oh my god, I love Sewaddle. That's like one of my favorite bug types. I think out of a lot of Pokemon, I do love the bug types. Why do you have so many Articunos? I love Articuno. See, Articuno sucks, like, competitively, because Ice Flying's a horrible type combination, but it's neat. I actually haven't watched, like, Stranger Things at all. Not because I hate it, but because, like, it's... yeah, I just never had the time to, and I'm just like, meh. Yet I love monsters and creatures, so I thought I'd like it. My mom's just been like, why don't you watch it? Why don't you? You're gonna like it. And I'm like, well, I should maybe see it, but I never watch it. I just never feel like looking at it. I don't know. Yeah, I have like Netflix to watch it. No, no autocorrect. You want to see is so baff. That makes more sense. Our word is baff here. Remember, we made the word baff before while I was animating something. It's baff. Baff. You know, I had like this really like off topic. I've had this really dumb idea where I wanted to like save up money, like 20 or something dollars. And what I want to do one time is stream TKO and we'll play like we'll wait and we'll get one main game and whichever shirt wins, I will buy that shirt because it gives you the option on your phone to take that exact shirt and print it onto a t-shirt and get the physical t-shirt. And it's fucking amazing. And I was thinking, what if I like save up the money and buy a t-shirt Like buy that exact t-shirt that we made, whichever one won, and I'll wear that. I'll wear that shit. Oh man, whoever just said what's TKO, let me educate your ass. So I stream a lot of Jackbox, and I'm probably gonna do that for a while. And TKO is one of the games in Jackbox. It's a drawing game where you make t-shirts. It's a competition of which t-shirt. It's like you'll be told to draw stuff, and then you'll be told to make phrases. And then you'll be given a random phrase from somebody and a random drawing. Oh, you want to know what Jackbox is? Let me sound like an advertisement. Okay, here we go. Jackbox is a game that I got, and I've known about it for a while. Yeah, it's basically like, imagine it's like a much cooler version of Kahoot. I would stream it sometimes, and when I do, this is what you gotta do. You have to, oh, let's say we'll play like, I don't know, let's say TKO in this case. You'll see the code, a 4-digit code on your screen. You would type in jackbox.tv onto your browser. You would type in what name you want to go by, like in Kahoot, if you imagine. And you type in the code that's on the screen, and you join the game, and you play with your phone or your tablet or your laptop or whatever. Yeah, it's a cooler version of Kahoot. I have Party Packs 3 and 4. I might get 5, but I haven't heard good things about it. I would literally only get it to play Patently Stupid. And maybe you don't know Jack. But that's about it. Every other game in there kind of sucks. So, once Party Pack 6 comes back, like once it comes out, which comes out in like fall this year, I'm really hyped for it. They're making a sequel to Trivia Murder Party. It looks amazing. Hey, I loved Animal Jam. That's how I became part furry. Though I don't really consider myself one anymore. I still have it inside me. I still have it like a persona. But I literally only have it just to have another kind of like way to represent myself, so he's cool. Oof. It was a great game. I always had a membership. I still have mine up. Yo, if you want to friend me on Animal Jam, yeah, I don't play much anymore. My username is DerpDuck1000. That was my older username before. I played for like since like maybe a year ago, and then I kind of stopped. Mainly because my membership right now, I didn't want to beg my parents for it anymore. So I was kind of like gave up. Actually, because of Neon Feathers, Animal Jam gave me the name Neon Feathers. When the Flamingo came out for Animal Jam, I was one of the people because I was a member. I got it immediately once it came out. And I got my Flamingo and I wanted to start using it because I loved bird characters. That was like my biggest fad before. And I couldn't figure out a color palette for my for this Flamingo, right? And I wanted a new character to add to my Animal Jam collection. So I had this really old character that was also purple, and I was brought back to that, and I was like, I want a purple character again. So I picked purple as my main color. I went through different shades of purple, and I ended up on a plum color. It's not the purple you see now. Like if you look at my little profile picture in the top right, it wasn't that purple at first. At first, it was more like a royal purple. It was more like a royal purple before, and then I had to pick a second color. It was actually going to be pink, and then I didn't like pink because it looked too girly in my opinion. It was going to be red at one point, but that looked too edgy. Blue was an idea, but it didn't look good with purple, at least the purple I was working with. And then I ended up on 2 more color palettes, which was purple and the mint green you see in the top right now, or blue and a mint blue color, like exactly like that green color, except it was blue. And the blue looked cool, but the green looked a lot better, like complementary, like color-wise. Because I'm a big character freak, so I wanted to make it look nice. And the green looked very nice, so instead imagine it was a flamingo character that was a royal purple, so a much brighter purple, with this mint color. And I thought I was the best character designer there was. And after that, I made it, and I was like, this is about a week or 2 after I had that character, and I was like, let me tweak it a little bit. So I was messing around with the kinds of purple. Oh yeah, like the maroon color. Yeah, you would press like the corner of the screen of the colors if you zoomed in, and you would go with that secret, like the texture color. That was pretty cool. Anyway, I was messing around with the colors, and out of nowhere, I clicked on one of the purple colors, and it was the plum color you see now. And I was like, this is perfect. The perfect 2 colors. And that's how I got my color palette for this plum color and the minty green I have. And I loved that. And lo and behold, after I made that, I changed my name to everything to Neon Feathers. And because the name is Neon Feathers, because that character was a flamingo. And at first, because there wasn't really a mint green color, the color was actually a neon green, which actually I think looks a lot better than it does now. So I changed it to Neon Feathers, and it had a good ring to it. I never heard a name like that ever. So Neon Feathers it was. That was my new name. After that, I actually made my first ever mascot. Because I've had 3 technically, but really it was 2. My first mascot was Laika. Laika was a cassowary. And if you don't know what a cassowary is, imagine it's like an ostrich fused with a dinosaur. It's a terrifying creature that's about to go extinct, and it's a very rare creature that can kill you with its kicks. Cassowaries were my favorite animal, and they still are my favorite animal. So my inner furry coming out, I made a furry character that was a cassowary. She looked a lot more ostrich-like, but that was the point, and she was my first ever mascot for Neon Feathers. Now, with the original Neon Feathers mascot, it really looked like the name. It was a bird. That's where feathers came from. It was neon green on the tip of its wings. That's why I made those neon feathers. It made sense. And then after a while, I didn't want to seem more furry-like because of a certain incident of people, furries and, the backlash. I changed her completely to the one you all know now, Sona, the demon. Because I was edgy, I made a demon, and now I love her. And then one you see now in the top right is Sulka. Sulka is not replacing Sona. They are both my mascots now, both of them. They're both like buddies. And that's my small little origin story on where Neon Feathers came from. Oh, don't worry, I can't animate either. My animations are dumb. I have like so many things I'm working on at once. Oh man, alright then. I actually like talking about this a lot, so here we go. So, for anybody that beginning animators, let me tell you one thing. It it seems hard. It kind of is, but you get used to it. Once you kind of learn some small little tips, things become a lot easier. The one thing I recommend, which might be kind of obvious, don't have very complicated characters you want to animate once you start. Because the more complicated they are, the more hell you're gonna have to go to. That's why my characters are so derpy and cartoony, because one, I'm lazy, and two, it makes things a lot easier to make things move. Trust me, it's much better. One thing that I recommend that might sound cheesy, but it actually works for me, is to just go outside. It sounds dumb, but let me explain. When you look at nature and you see how things move, and really, like, really understand how things, oh, my favorite color is purple and green, if that's not obvious. Um, if, like, I'm just saying, like, go outside. Like, look how the grass moves. Look how, like, what if you have a pet, look how their fur moves when you, like, stroke their head or, like, scratch them or whatever. Look at how they blink. Look at how they yawn. Look at how they make noises. Look at how they walk. Look at how trees move. Look at anything that moves. If you look at it enough, your brain will kind of understand. And once you do, it makes animating a lot easier because you'll know how things move. People always mention to me, "Wow, Neon, your lip sync is really good. How do you have lip sync that looks so smooth?" Well, not just getting inspiration from others, is also because I would sit in the mirror, maybe sometimes I've sat in there for like an hour, just putting on a song, looking dead in the mirror, and watching my mouth move. Just watching it move makes me show, like, when this certain word is said, this is how my mouth moves. So make sure you put that in there. And sometimes I'll add more emotion into my lips to show when this emotion is like this sound looks like this. And oh yeah, I like Animal Crossing. I don't play it a lot anymore, but I used to, and I love that game. But one thing I can say is just like really understand how things work. And once you think you got it, try practicing with it. And when you do, it'll be really cool because things will look a lot natural and it'll be a lot easier. You won't have to reference everything all the time. You won't have to look at something all the time because you just know in your head. I've been animating for a while. I'd say maybe for about 3 years. Yeah, probably about 3 years. And I mean, this is how far I've gotten so far, I guess. Anime with Fire Alpaca is actually hard. I never really liked doing with Fire Alpaca. It's kind of difficult. Yeah, definitely. Lip sync's probably my favorite part of animation because it gives the character more life. One of my favorite things I'm practicing, which is why the whole Stuff His Way thing got so popular, was because I was practicing with emotions when lips move. When a character looked angry, their teeth gritted more. When they're more happy, their mouths opened more, and just the emotion on their face while they talked. That's probably why Stuff His Way became so popular, because of how well I did that. A small little thing I recommend that I actually used to do this a lot. And if you use FlipaClip to animate, this is gonna be amazing for you probably. One thing I like to do sometimes is that I would record myself doing the animation. Like let's say for example, my character would go from looking at the screen forward with their arms down to the next motion being that she cover her face looking like she's crying because edgy. Sorry, a small child came in. Alright, anyway. So what I would do is I record myself doing the motion. I would also look at myself in the, like I said before, look myself in the mirror and watch myself do it over and over again to get the idea how I'm going to animate each frame. Then, with a little trick in FlipaClip, you are able to import that video. Now, most of the time, I don't do this anymore, but especially for like more beginner animators, this is actually very good to do. You can import that video into your animation and put it on a separate layer. You can watch it for yourself and see how each frame can go. It is totally fine to trace over that animation. Like, not completely, but you know, like where the head's going to be and how it's going to move. Like, because see, that might sound like, oh my god, that's tracing. You can't do that. If you're tracing over your own body and it's your video, that's totally fine. Don't trace it completely, like, that's going to kind of look weird. But I'm saying, like, you can trace a skeleton. Like, imagine, like, sketch a skeleton, like a circle head, do a line for the body and line for limbs, animate the movements, then get rid of the video, and then animate from there. You got a base to work with. I used to always do that, and now I've kind of like grown out of that. Oh, oof, oof, no leg. Yeah, I know people can be over dramatic about tracing. Trust me, I'm aware. But to be honest, you're tracing over your own body, and you're just getting a skeleton form of it. It's dumb. If you trace over your own artwork, that's completely fine. The point about tracing is when you trace other people's work. So I'm just calling it tracing. Because I don't know what else to call it. But that's literally what it is. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to bed soon. It's 11:30. It's about to be midnight. I probably should go to sleep. Oh my god. I'm fucking dumb. Okay, I might do that. Yet I don't feel very tired. Alright, yeah, I'm going to. Alright, yeah. I might do another stream like this sometime because I like it when I just don't have to animate and just kind of sit here and chat with you people because you guys are nice. Damn, okay. Why you all staying up so Why y'all staying up so late? Damn. It's only 11:30 for me. Do you guys actually care enough to sit and listen to me ramble about dumb stuff? I don't have a bedtime either. I just kind of go when I'm tired. I might just go downstairs and watch some YouTube videos and then fall asleep. Yeah, I tend to have nightmares a lot, but I won't go in those problems right now. That's sweet, thank you. It's nice that people actually like to listen to me and ramble, because I love doing that. I do it all the time. Okay, well, thank you everybody that joined the stream. I'm gonna keep it up, and I might make a separate, like, playlist for all these kinds of streams. For all these kinds of streams. I like doing these a lot. I think next time I'll bring in Vincent. So me and the boy can just, like, talk or whatever, and maybe some cute couple shit y'all can freak over, I don't know. I don't know, obviously. I'll see if he's open for it, maybe tomorrow. Alright, y'all children get some sleep. Y'all staying up way too late. You're all gonna kill your brain cells. That's not good. You gotta be good. Okay. Good night, peoples.